Anyhow, except for the Jewish people and a few other exceptions, for thousands of years schools were for rich kids only. But about 100 to 150 years ago, people in many countries of the world decided everyone has the right to an education. Even then, until much more recently, school was offered through only the 8th grade for most kids. Sometimes the idea that school is good for you might feel like a parent trying to get you to eat Brussels sprouts, but really, whether or not you like all your classes, you know it's true. No matter if you want to be a doctor or a factory worker, a mom or an artist, going to school is a process that helps you learn to think, and it'll help you no matter who you are or what you become. Why learning is a good thing. Take a few seconds to think about some of the stuff you've learned. You've learned to walk and talk and throw a ball. You've learned to load and unload the dishwasher. You've learned the difference between a noun and a verb. You've learned how to surf the web and how to send an attachment in an email. Now take a few seconds to think about what your life would be like if you didn't know how to do the stuff we just listed. Kinda weird, huh? The truth is, all of us are learning stuff all the time. One place we learn is in the school of life. All of us, grown-ups too, are enrolled there. So there's a whole bunch of stuff you've learned just because you're experiencing the joys of being alive. You've learned most of it naturally, and you probably can't remember exactly how or when you learned it. Another place we all learn is in the school of, well, the school of school. It's in the school of school that we learn some of the more formal stuff, like reading, writing, and arithmetic. So here's some bad news. Like it or not, you're always in school. Here's some good news. Because you're always in school, you're almost always learning, and learning is a really good thing. Maybe you need to hear that one more time. Learning is a really good thing. In the Bible, it says intelligent people are always ready to learn. Their ears are open for knowledge. Proverbs 18, verse 15, New Living Translation. For some of you, learning comes easily. For others, learning to be a learner is going to be a learning process. Huh? We know you could be doing lots of other stuff right now, like playing video games, duct taping your little brother to the wall, or trying to discover if cats really do always land on their feet. Instead, you're listening to this book, and the fact that you're listening to this book means you're a learner, and learning is a really good thing. Go ahead, pat yourself on the back. Did Jesus go to school? Jesus totally went to school. Isn't that a riot? It's hard to think of him sitting in the 4th row, right behind some little know-it-all, just to the left of that kid who's always picking his nose, and in front of the student who falls asleep in class all the time. We know Jesus went to school because all Jewish kids, all boys that is, and some girls, went to school. They studied with a rabbi, see the previous chapter, and learned tons of stuff. Most kids also studied a trade, a skill that would be used for a job someday. And they usually learned this from their parents. So Jesus would have gone to school for part of the day, and then studied carpentry with his dad, Joseph, the rest of the day. Here's an interesting thing to think about. We don't really know what Jesus knew about himself and at what age. Like, the Bible makes it clear that Jesus was completely human and completely God. That's 200%, which can make your brain hurt if you think about it too much. Yet the Bible also makes it clear Jesus grew up like a normal kid. Check out this verse. And Jesus grew in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and men. Luke 2, verse 52. Sure, the verse doesn't say Jesus went to school and got pretty